Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, April 6. Jamaica is on track to return to pre-COVID-19 visitor arrival levels by 2023. That's a forecast issued by Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett on Tuesday as he opened the sectoral debate in the House of Representatives. Minister Bartlett says in 2023, he expects the island to receive 4.1 million visitors, which will translate to $4.2 billion in foreign exchange earnings. The minister says the country is currently at 72% of 2019 figures, having welcomed 925,000 visitors and earned $1.17 billion in the first few months of the year. With the impending April 15 removal of entry requirements, he says the island will see even greater inflows.
As the global spread of COVID-19 lessens, removing travel-related quarantines and travel authorization requirements, I think, are essential steps towards loosening our travel restrictions. We are certain that updated entrance requirements will strengthen the appeal of Jamaica as a travel destination of choice, allowing the tourism sector and the wider economy to continue to recover.
Jamaica is projected to close 2022 with 2.9 million stopover visitors and revenues of $3.5 billion. In the meantime, Minister Bartlett says the tourism industry's labor force is also experiencing a rebound. The sector lost 130,000 workers during the pandemic. Now, data from the Statistical Institute of Jamaica, Statin, shows that the total tourism labor force for October 2021 was 153,200, 89% of the 2019 figure.
I'm very pleased to advise that the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association is estimating now that 90% of the workers of the industries have been brought back into full-time in the accommodation subsector alone, and 70% of the workers in the attraction subsector are back on the job.
Still on tourism, beginning this month, TUI Belgium will start operating 2 direct flights each week between Brussels and Montego Bay. TUI Netherlands, meanwhile, will operate 1 direct flight per week between Amsterdam Schiphol International Airport and Montego Bay. And between November this year and March 2023, Ving will restart direct flights from Stockholm, Sweden to Jamaica. In Parliament Tuesday, Minister Edmund Bartlett said Frontier Airlines was expected to begin a new service on May 5 with 12 flights per week from various USA gateways to Jamaica. 2 to 3 weekly direct flights from Denver, Colorado are also set to come on stream later this year.
We are looking to new markets, and we are also looking to new destinations. And I want to make the point, Jamaica puts itself now in a unique and special position in the Caribbean, in that we are the only country in the English-speaking with 3 international airports.
The new routes will add to American Airlines' plan to begin 2 weekly non-stop flights between Miami and Ian Fleming International Airport in November of this year. In other news, the government's interim guidelines on the restriction of sugary beverages in schools has found support among youth advocates and researchers. At a recent JIS think tank, the Jamaica Youth Advocacy Network, JIAN, and the University of the West Indies Caribbean Institute for Health Research, CARE, endorsed the guideline to reduce sugary beverage consumption in schools.
We fully support the continuation of even the interim beverage guidelines and what has already been happening in schools, where schools are actively promoting more water, more fruit, less of those sugary drinks.
The guidelines, which were created by the Ministry of Health in partnership with the Ministry of Education, were first implemented on January 1, 2019. Sugar-sweetened beverages were banned if they exceeded the maximum 6 grams of sugar per 100 milliliter. It will further be reduced to 2.5 grams come January 1, 2023. The work continues with the implementation of the National School Nutrition Standards being developed by the Ministry of Health and the National School Nutrition Policy being developed by the Ministry of Education. And finally, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has sought to clarify Jamaica's candidature of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith for Commonwealth Secretary General. The post, now held by Baroness Patricia Scotland of Dominica, will be up for re-election at the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting to be held in Rwanda from June 20 to 25. In Parliament Tuesday, Mr. Holness said Jamaica put forward a candidate after being approached by several Commonwealth members to put up a nominee from CARICOM. He reasoned that support for the current Secretary General was never unanimous, and therefore a candidate like Minister Johnson Smith would bring unity, accountability, and focus to the leadership of the body.
We believe that Jamaica's candidature, a Caribbean candidate, is good for the region and the wider Commonwealth. We are providing an alternative in response to persisting issues and the strong positive response to consultations on Minister Johnson Smith's candidacy. Against this background, there is no need to position our decision as controversial or divisive. It is never Jamaica's intention to seek to divide our CARICOM family.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.